Hi, my name is Mallory Bayo, and today I will be going over with you how to perform the push-up test. So for boys, typically, we are in the standard push-up position. Females can opt into the modified push-up position, which is where you are on your knees. I will demonstrate in a few minutes so you can see that. One thing that you want to keep clear of are understanding what a proper push-up is and what is not a proper push-up. When we start the timer, you will only be recorded the number of push-ups that you complete successfully that are complete push-ups. An incomplete push-up is where you have your back not straight, where your back is curved in or curved outward. When we do these push-ups, you'll see that your back and body should remain flat. Your back area should also remain flat. It should not be hinged up. You should be able to see a clear line. Alternatively, you want to see your hands extended out all the way. And when you come down into the push-up, you want to have your chin be able to touch the floor mat. You don't want to have your body touch the floor mat because you should not be resting on the floor mat. So let's take a look at demonstrations of both the standard push-up, the push-up on our knees, and we will go over the do's and don'ts of push-ups. Okay, so when demonstrating the push-up, we want our body to remain flat. You don't want to see this when you're doing push-ups. You don't want to be resting on the floor. You don't want to see arched backs. So those are our don'ts of push-ups. So when we're talking about for females doing modified push-ups, means we keep our knees bent and we extend out to remain flat. Keep our elbows locked. Well, not locked, but in a straight position. As we come down, we want to remain flat. My chin is now touching the mat. When I come back up, that is recorded as one complete push-up. For standard push-ups, you want to have our back straight, come down, chin touches, come back up. That is one push-up. Start our timer. We'll have the students start and they will go until completion. For the push-up test, I would need a cushioned mat for all students. We would need students to have something to record their number of push-ups on. I would need a complete list of students in attendance, and I would be also recording their trial times. Alright, the next test that we're going to be going over is the curl-up test. The purpose of this test is to strengthen our abdominal muscle endurance and to check our abdominal muscle endurance. So we want to have it set up on a mat. We're going to use 2 pieces of measuring tape. We're going to have one piece straight across the mat, closer towards the bottom of the mat. This is where your feet are going to go. Then you want to bring up about 10 centimeters from your heel, which is where the first set of tape is. You want to put up another set of tape. On the closer set of tape, you will lie your hands flat. You will start the curl up, keeping your hands on the floor. You don't want to pick them up. You want to make sure that your middle finger goes towards the first set of tape. We're going to set a metronome to 50 beats per minute. I will signal the start of the assessment, and we'll have a timer set for 1 minute. When we come back down after our first curl up, we want to make sure that we're not straining our neck while we're moving, but we want to use our whole body. When we do these curl ups, we need to think that we're bringing our shoulders to the sky, not our face to our knees. That's a great way to avoid getting hurt. All right, so let's see a demonstration. And quickly, just some materials that we'll need. Floor mats for each student, 2 pieces of tape, and a ruler so that we can measure the 10 centimeters. I will need pieces of paper for recording or post-its for Buddy to help record for the number of curl-ups that they do. I, as the teacher, would need a complete list of the students, and I can record on my end the number of curl-ups that they've done. Alright, so what I've done on my mat is, let's point this down here. I have this line here. I've measured 10 centimeters away from this crease. So we'll have our markers here. My heels will go here. My fingertips will come to the point. Okay. So let's try it out. With knees bent, you want to have your heels at the line. I will come down, keeping my hands on the floor. To the line, back down. To the line, back down. And the students will continue this for a minute, and then we'll record how many they were able to do in 1 minute. So the third test that we'll be doing is the balance test. Here we are checking the balance of students on their dominant leg and non-dominant leg, but we'll record it as our right leg and our left leg. Students should stand on a hard surface. They should not stand on a mat. If they can, they should have a buddy next to them to protect them in case they do fall. When the students stand up on one leg, they should lift their opposite leg only a few inches off the ground. They will cross their arms on their chest, and we'll see this all in a demonstration. Then we'll have them hold this for 45 seconds, or if they move their arms, if the balancing foot moves or touches the ground, or the opposite leg. And then we'll continue to the other leg, and we'll repeat this twice, and we'll actually take the best score after the 4 attempts. We'll take the best score for both legs. Okay, so you can see here that I am on a hard floor, and what we'll do is cross our arms, lift one leg slightly. We'll hold this for 45 seconds. So once that's done, I'm going to speed up the time here. We'll switch on over to the opposite leg. And a great example of what to do and how to react to a time where you would stop. If I wobble and I put my foot down on the floor, that is, we stop the timer. If I am here and go like this to kind of balance my body out, that is also disqualification of time. So we'll stop the timer and record at that point. We will do this twice, and we'll take the best time on each leg, and that's when we'll record. We'll have a buddy system where I will start the timer as the teacher. When the student stops, we will stop the timer, record on a post-it note. I, as the teacher, will collect that post-it note with the student's name, and then I will record on my master list that I'll be holding.